at the Mountains of Madness. This is probably one of Lovecraft's best horror works, and annoyingly enough to me, one that doesn't actually get covered a large amount when it comes to horror games. It's usually all about that spooky boy Cthulhu. So if a game or anything else gets released, you can bet your ass I'm gonna play it. And that's exactly what we're doing today in Dyer Expedition. This is a puzzle horror adventure game with light Lovecraftian elements, and of course based on the Mountains of Madness, else I wouldn't have done that huge intro back there. We're looking for our colleagues, there's some spooky stuff going on, so let's get into it. If you want to deal with Lovecraftian horrors, there'll be a link in the description below, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it. Welcome to Dyer Expedition. And here we go. The expedition left last year. They kept radio contact during their journey to the Antarctic. But I guess they were never found. Or something like that. Anyway, boys, welcome to Dyer Expedition. And yeah, here we go. I guess this is a cutscene because I cannot control anything. After they finally arrived, they set up base camp. They kept us up to date with what they were working on. At least for some time. And then they disappeared, right? Because obviously that's what happens in Lovecraft-based games. We're looking for people who are just gone. About a month ago, this supply ship returned to base camp. The entire team had disappeared. The university didn't want me to go. I don't want to go either, but I guess our protagonist is, well, our protagonist. They said going to the Antarctic alone was practically suicide. I agree. This is a terrible idea. This is really a terrible idea. But I cannot resist the pull. Something draws me there. I need to know what happened to my colleagues, my friends. I mean, or we could just, you know, not. That would be a great idea too. Okay, so yeah. Oh my god, the sensitivity is crazy. Give me a second. That's kind of better. Okay, yeah. So welcome everybody to Dyer Expedition. We are... Oh, well, we found our team. That's cool. Can we leave now? Let's just get out of here. I guess we can. Okay. I mean, we found bodies, so... or at least graves. So I guess we know what happened to them. Unfortunate. It's more like mountains of snow here. I'm not looking forward to seeing what this is. But, yeah. We are looking for our missing colleagues who... probably are very dead by looks of the thing. Like, literally, this place looks purposely abandoned.
January 4th, 1931. W. Dyer. My name is William Dyer, and I'm a professor of geology at the Miskatonic University, Massachusetts. Our mission in the Antarctic is to conduct several geological surveys and, soil properties permitting, archaeological digs on parts of the continent that haven't been explored by previous expeditions. After several grueling weeks at sea aboard the Arkham, we have finally reached our destination. Following the unloading of the expedition's cargo, the ship is to make the return trip to bring further supplies. Aside from the usual reports on our surveys, I will keep a diary and instruct several key members of the team to do the same. Antarctica is, for all intents and purposes, a new scientific frontier, and I want to preserve even the minutest of details for posterity in case our expedition fails under unforeseen circumstances. January the 10th, 1931. W. Dyer. We erected a rudimentary shack for the team with the supplies we brought. It should prove a better shelter than the number of tents we had to spend the last 6 nights in if we intend to stay for as long as we have planned, which is several weeks. The Arkham is scheduled to return in 14 days with supplies. January the 12th, 1931. W. Dyer. While we studied what lies within the cave, Mr. Gedney was able to erect the drilling apparatus and promptly excavated several fossils, mostly things like seaweeds and trilobites. These discoveries align with the strata they were found in, but they are of course exciting nonetheless. What is remarkable, though, is an enormous fossil that Mr. Gedney was able to unearth. It seems to be the imprint of a gigantic, hitherto unknown species of 5-sided starfish.
Okay. Weird kind of fossil to find, but yeah. So, they were digging, they found the fossil, and then shit kind of got weird, and we've now got a boarded up house, bodies, and an abandoned camp. I really don't know what to make of this other than that, so I guess we just gotta look around the rest of the base camp, and maybe, I guess, go to the cave, which is over there. So let's take a quick look around and see if there's anything else around here worth noting, and then we'll go up to that cave. I mean, he's got nothing to say about the bodies, which is, unfortunate. Unless there was only 4 people, I guess we've probably got some people still around. There's also, like, these things here, which look like they found, like, ancient Pokemon. I don't know, that looks like a Staryu to me. But, yeah, I guess we gotta head up this way. I have no idea what this is, but that does not look good at all. Oh, well, right. I guess we gotta head in here to the cave where it all began, I guess. Let's take a look. It's locked. Of course it is. So we need to find the key to the gates. Where are the key be? Oh, wait a second. Do we have to dig up the graves? I saw a shovel back there. I'm thinking we might have to. Oh, no, we do. I guess we need something to open these up. Yeah. So we need to find a crowbar or something. Ah, a torch. We'll take that. Now, do we have a crowbar around here? Something to exhume the graves. Which I really honestly don't want to be doing, to be fair. Like, this seems like a terrible idea. Like, oh wait, maybe we use this... Ah, here we go. Keys. Nice. I guess we didn't have to dig up the graves. Oh no. I guess the keys are going to be used here. Now I feel kind of bad. But at the same time, I wasn't supposed to know. It was like, you know, educated guess time. Okay, so let's see what's in here in the spooky cave. So far, this game's pretty cool. It actually reminds me of a game we played a while back. A few games, actually. We played a while back. So, I don't know. It could just be the retro graphics, but the game definitely does feel like it's got some really neat points to it so far. Some more notes and a strange object.
January the 11th, 1931. W. Dyer. After successfully establishing a base camp and setting up a basic hut, my research assistant Danforth and I have set out to inspect this conspicuous cave entrance, then marched on. What we found inside must be seen to be believed. A construct of some kind, then an entrance leading further into the darkness, all built in stone. It must have been built by an ancient people thousands of years ago. I have yet to find an answer to the question of how they possibly could have arrived, let alone how they sustained themselves in Antarctica. How were humans of yore able to stay alive in such a hostile environment? Not to mention to erect such an imposing structure.
Spoiler, it wasn't humans.
January the 13th, 1931. W. Dyer. After examining the structure further, we surmised that it must be far more ancient than we initially believed. The open entrance features what appears to be a door-like mechanism. but there does not seem to be any obvious way of operating it. There is a 5-sided hole at the center of the platform, about 10 inches wide, which suggests that something is missing, an object which can be inserted into it. January the 16th, 1931. W. Dyer. We've found a strange object embedded in the ice, not far from the entrance. It's a 5-sided cylinder, primarily made of stone, with a star-shaped top. It has metal trimmings, a gemstone embedded in its top side, and its 5 sides are marked with strange symbols. This newly discovered object fits the hole of the pedestal in front of the door perfectly, but inserting it doesn't seem to have any effect. I can only speculate, but I assume it functions like a key to open the door should it close.
Aha! So I guess we have to go and put this into the door, even though that's a completely terrible idea. Let's do it. Oh yeah, this is a terrible idea. Don't know why the door sounds like it's on dial-up, but yeah. Entering the starfish crypt. Oh yeah, those definitely don't look human, that's a sure. There's some tentacles and some flying boys. Okay, yeah, we shouldn't be here. I just realized I can't sprint anymore. Which is not good either. Ladder here. Maybe we place the ladder across. Or up here even. Ah, yes, here we go. I do like this. This is kind of cool, actually. It's using the ladder as a means to get across the gaps. Although, I do not know how, theoretically sound it is to do this. We'll keep the ladder for later, just in case. Now, question is, where are our scientist friends? Are they even alive? That I don't know. We can't take the ladder, so I guess we're done with it. Oh, that's why we can't take the ladder. Oh no. Guess we're not going back, boys. I guess we're not going back. Some crates here, which means Dyer and his friends were here. Okay, okay. My question is why did Cthulhu and the homies decide to go to the Antarctic? They could have gone anywhere on this planet, but they said, yeah, this is the place where we're going to go to sleep. Seems like a fucking awful idea, if I'm being honest. Oh, we get some more things here as well. Yeah, okay. So that's where we came from. That's where we can't go. We've got what looks like some scrolls here. I'm not sure. And we get some more of this weird spooky jelly shit. And a weird starfish looking thing with a spike. Cool. Okay, so... I guess we go this way. Or at least this is the only way we can go.
January 17th, 1931. W. Dyer. After much consideration, Danforth and I finally made the perilous climb across the chasm. Our colleagues in Massachusetts would probably call us reckless or mad for even attempting such a thing in such a remote location, so far from help. But this entire structure is just too magnificent not to be explored further. Danforth and I finally admitted to each other what we individually already had in our minds. This structure is likely not of human origin. I must admit that I have, in fact, read the Necronomicon, this peculiar piece of literature by the mad Arab Abdul al-Hazred. Up until this expedition, I thought it to be nothing more than the deranged musings of a madman with no further significance. Upon inspecting this new mural, and the first one we discovered, these texts don't seem very mad after all. The Necronomicon tells of creatures whose description is eerily similar to the ones depicted so far. Elder things, it calls them. And if the Necronomicon is to be believed further, these elder things are not merely observers of life on Earth, but its very origin. I cannot express how much this realization now weighs on Danforth and me, but we will have to keep quiet lest we put the morale of the team and therefore the success of this expedition in jeopardy. The mural at hand, and the corresponding passages of the Necronomicon, tells of the arrival of this ancient species when Earth was but a barren rock. They seemed to be able to traverse the vastness of space using their wings. After their planet of origin was somehow destroyed or faced some other kind of calamity that must have made it uninhabitable.
I keep forgetting that I can actually, like, read between the pages of notes and stuff. And as a result, I'm kind of just, like, sitting there listening to stuff that's not even on the page anymore. So yeah, pretty much they decided to read the Necronomicon, found that just maybe there is some correlation between it and the spooky shit looking things happening here, and they decided, yeah, we're not gonna tell anyone because that would be a bad idea. I mean, it would be a bad idea, but what are these? Can we use these? No, we can't. There's a lot of these scroll things, but I have no idea what to do with them. Oh, this one isn't even red. A. Danforth. I was tasked by Professor Dyer to examine and catalog a large room while we made sense of the mural nearby. The room is circular, and the short hallway leading up to it is lined with what reminds me of bookshelves, including cylinder-shaped objects that remind me of scrolls. I'm not sure if one is supposed to open them in any way, or if they can have, or if they even have any physical content at all. Maybe I'm clinging too much to familiar shapes, and those things aren't for storing information, but rather a form of energy. One can speculate in the center of the room itself sits a device. It has claw-like spikes and is surrounded by 5 obelisks. These obelisks have buttons. I tried to press all of them, but the entire mechanism seems to be once again absolutely inert. Opposite the hallway that connects the room to the chasm is another hallway that leads yet further into the darkness. One can see the outline of yet another heavy stone door embedded into the floor, similar to the one we initially crossed in the ice cave. As the first door, this one is also open and has no discernible mechanism to operate it. I am sure glad that the expedition brought an ample supply of batteries for our electric torches, because this is where we will go next. Okay, so it looks like the device isn't inert, that's for sure. Ah, right. Okay, so we gotta press them in the correct order. So 1. Nope, okay. We do 1, 2. Yeah. 3. Nope. Alright, so we got 1, 2. Alright, I have an idea. It seems it's like going opposite each time. So it's going in the pentagram. 2, 3, 4. No, okay, it's not. Never mind. It's just a random ass pattern. I just had to figure it out. That's a really weird sound. Don't like it. Ooh. That's kind of cool. And we found yet another door. And more of this weird shit here. This stuff isn't lit up though, so kind of curious to see what the story is with that. Thank you for playing. Oh, is that it? Okay. Damn. Love to hear from you. Alrighty, boys, that's unfortunate, but that was the Dyer Expedition demo. I was really just getting into that. That was really good. I love the retro graphics to it, obviously, because you know me, I'm a junkie for retro graphics. And I really like the idea behind it. It does actually kind of feel somewhat Mountains of Madness-y. And the puzzles were actually not very much there. I think there was like one puzzle for the most part. Two if you count digging up some stuff with a shovel. I'm not sure. But overall, that was really good. I like that. I actually can't wait to see more of it. So hopefully we'll get to see it soon. Unfortunately, it is TBA and doesn't actually have a date on it, so I don't know when that will be. However, it was really enjoyable, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you want to take a look at the game yourself or wishlist, follow the devs. Links will be in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it. This has been Dyer Expedition. Really enjoyable little game. I actually love that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, thanks for watching, and have a good one.